Hello everybody, my name is j-shi and I'm here to talk to you today about someone I consider not only to be a man, but he's also somewhat of a myth, and he's the up-and-coming legend, Mr. LeBron James. How many of you have ever heard the name King James, the Chosen One, or simply just heard the name The King mentioned in a casual conversation? Well, the one I'm referring to is not the king of pop, Michael Jackson. He's not the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. And I'm not referring to the King James version of the Holy Bible. I'm referring to Mr. LeBron James, the king of the court, currently of the Miami Heat. On December 30th, 1984, a star was born in Akron, Ohio. LeBron was born to a single mom at the age of 16, Miss Gloria James. Fortunately, his father was never involved in his life, Mr. Anthony McClellan. The only male figure he really had at a young age was his mother's on and off again boyfriend, Mr. Eddie Jackson, who unfortunately missed most of LeBron's life because he was in and out of prison. And LeBron started to make a name for himself as a high school student at St. Mary St. Vincent High School. He started out playing high school football and basketball. As a freshman, he played both sports and was actually a pretty good football player, but as a freshman he also led his basketball team to a Division State championship where he averaged about 18 points a game that season. As a sophomore he led his team again to another championship where he upped his game and averaged about 25 points a game. As a junior, unfortunately they didn't make it to the championship, or they made it to the championship, they just didn't win. But again, he upped his numbers and was making about between 25 and 27 points a game. As a senior, he won several awards and was actually named Parade Magazine's High School Boys Basketball Player of the Year, according to ESPN.com. He's also awarded the Gatorade Player of the Year award. Of course, making more headway with his numbers with an astounding 29 points a game. This is when the media started to compare him to the man, Michael Jordan. LeBron had an amazing close to his high school career, averaging 31.6 points a game and winning their third state title championship. LeBron was chosen to be Mr. Basketball of Ohio, selected to be on the All-USA first team for the third year in a row. He was also the most valuable player in all 3 All-Star games that he played as a high school player. Playing in 3 All-Star games actually took away his eligibility for the NCAA, which propelled him directly into the NBA, being drafted #1 pick, first round, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he spent 7 seasons. During those 7 seasons, first game he ever played of his career against the Sacramento Kings, he brought in a whooping 25 points and scored an average of 20 points a game in his first season, making him the youngest Cavalier ever to win the NBA Rookie of the Year award and join the ranks of Oscar Robertson and Michael Jordan. Scoring at least 20 points a game his whole first season. James was the youngest player to ever score 40 points in a single game in only his first season with the league, according to ESPN.com as well. After 7 years with the Cavs, he became a free agent and joined the Heat, and went to his second championship finals, where they lost to the Dallas Mavericks. And that was, of course, a disappointment to James because he really wanted that ring really bad. 2011-2012, James and the Heat came out strong and won against the OKC Thunder, winning his first ring. Now, this was a big thing for James. This is something he had been searching for his whole career. After accumulating all of his accolades and great accomplishments, including a bronze Olympic medal in 2004, gold medals in both 2008 and 2012 Olympic Games. According to Forbes magazine, he was the second highest paid player in the NBA behind Kobe Bryant. That, of course, wasn't including all of his endorsements. When you throw in all of his sponsors, endorsements, and court money, he turns out to be the 4th highest paid professional athlete in the world. That's also according to Forbes magazine, with the world's highest paid athletes. Controversies. LeBron is constantly compared to Michael Jordan, which we all know. Will LeBron James be the next MJ? Well, all LeBron James ever wanted to do was be the first LJ. As early as his junior year, people started comparing him to Michael Jordan, which he hated, although Michael Jordan was his idol, because he also wore the same number for so long, 23. And LeBron James just wanted to separate himself. For his 18th birthday, his mom went out and tried to buy him an $80,000 car, and the Ohio State Athletic Commission thought this was a bribe from the NBA, which turned out to be false. He also accepted 2 professional throwback jerseys from a local store, which also violated the Ohio State Athletic Commission. So it was a little rough. Coming up, he had a lot of things being thrown at him. According to Forbes magazine, LeBron James has over $40 million worth of endorsements. That includes jerseys, which are a big seller, t-shirts, which have his logo, the lion, which is the king. And we also have the LeBron James shoes. These are the 9s and LeBron James 10s. $40 million in endorsements. Those endorsements, of course, his biggest is Nike, which he also has McDonald's, State Farm, Dunkin' Donuts. You name it, he's got it. To conclude, we've all heard the name King James, the chosen one and the king. Now we know who we're referring to, Mr. LeBron James. Now you know a little bit more about someone that I consider to be a great athlete and a great role model of young people. And that's all I got to say. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is j-shi. Appreciate your time.